When it comes to capturing golf in all its glory, one man has seen and done it all. Legendary sports photographer David Cannon.
Luckily enough, I've got what a lot of people would call the dream job in life. I've been a sports photographer for 38 years now. Since 1990, I've basically been photographing golf exclusively, and I've covered now 114 men's majors and 18 Ryder Cups, 18 Walker Cups, every single Solheim Cup, and probably another 600 tournaments or golf events around the world. So I've been a very lucky boy, doing a job that I absolutely love.
Incredibly, Cannon didn't actually set out to be a photographer. In fact, his initial dream was to become a pro golfer. He even took a gap year to play on the amateur circuit.
It was by accident I became a photographer. Got to a point with my golfing career that I realised I wasn't going to be good enough. And at the same time, I met an incredible man called Neville Chadwick in Leicester, and he ran the Leicester News Service. He said, "Do you want to come down to," it was actually the East Midlands were playing the All Blacks in a game at the Welford Road, a touring team. And he said, "Sit down in this corner of the pitch. I'll give you 2 tips. Focus on the eyes and fill the frame." Gave me 2 rolls of film. I sat in the corner, looked after his cameras and just clicked away. And I remember taking a picture when a huge New Zealand forward was like this over the East Midlands scrum half as he was trying to clear a ball. And I thought, well, that might be a nice picture. When we went back to his office, and the next day I had a picture in the Sunday Express. And from that day onwards, I was completely hooked. I basically almost stopped playing golf and I became a photographer. I learned very quickly that if you're shooting colour film, and colour film, it was all about exposure, and the best light was in the first hour and a half of the day or the last hour and a half of daylight. So those are my witching hours, and it still stays true to this day. You know, for the rest of the day I try and shoot backlit so I don't get any shadows under the visors, because golfers always wear hats. And then I go back to those 2 tips I was given that very first time I went out. Focus on the eyes and fill the frame. And it's still, you know, if you can shoot a picture that doesn't need any cropping and it's focused properly, you're halfway there.
We met David at a suitably picturesque location, Old Head Golf Links in Ireland, undoubtedly one of the most spectacular golf courses in the world.
When you go up in the air and look at where this golf course has been built, you get a full realization of what an incredible piece of golf design and forethought and everything about it. How I describe it to people is it's an absolute unique experience in golf, coming to play golf at Old Head. 4th hole is an incredible spot. 4th tee, looking down the 4th hole is one of the great views to the lighthouse. I mean, there's so many on this piece of golfing landscape, as I'd call it. But I think the 4th hole would be my absolute favourite spot on this course. If my ashes had to be left on golf courses, I'd be putting a 3rd on Royal Dornoch, a 3rd on the Elsa course at Turnberry, and a 3rd here at Old Head, and I'd be a very happy man looking down.